Yes.
for a few days for LAN, you know, playing over 20-something maps before the tournament, and they end up having one of their worst placings of the season. So what does that tell you? You know, maybe it doesn't all come down to how well you can shoot. You know, sometimes it's a mentality thing, you know.
I agree.
Even if you do, you know, even if you lose the practice, you know what I'm saying? Even if you lose the scrims or whatever and whatnot, you still can't let that affect you when it comes to tournament time, you know? You always got to find out on where to improve, and they had some of the best practice before they came into this event.
Anybody could
If you look at their placing in Vegas, when they end up getting that top 4 placing, you know, they scrim Ghost. You know, they scrim Ghost beforehand. And so this time they got a chance to scrim Optic, and it got worse somehow, some way. And it's like, why, right?
It's insane. But taking a look at the map bans and picks, we're going to kick things off on Harbor. Second map, Dam, and Forge Blitz tiebreaker if needed. But you know what, Blaze? I personally don't think it's going to go that far.
We'll see if it can, though. You know, we'll see if this Kryptik team, you know, they're looking to make a statement. Can he take down his Optic Mexico roster? I'm pretty sure some of these players have done it before.
Yeah, but
previous 2Ks, but the question is, can they do it now?
Oh, they can definitely do it. Optic Mexico, I feel like this is their time to shine. The season, we have a few more events left. This is where they really have to step in and let everybody know who they are. I have a few friends watching this from work, you know, Freddie, Jose, Angel, you know, they watch these teams, they want to get better. And that's what Optic Mexico needs to do. They need to look at the film, get better. They need to practice, take this as a quiz, as a test to get better. But here we are on Harbor. We're going to be on board with, as we take a look at the setups, with nobody. But take a look at Prospect. He's going to be on the anchor spot for this Team Kryptik team. But here on Crack, one of the most explosive players on this roster, he's going to go into 1v1. He gets bodied by Chaos, the guy Blaze. How important is it to win fast off this initial?
You know, it's good to win fast. You know, most importantly, why? Because you need to set the tempo of this matchup. But in these earlier rounds, you know, we're just working with these 12-second respawns. On a map like Harbor, you're going to end up getting these same initials every single time. You're not going to be having some players fight at the winch, some players fight at the crane as well. You're going to see Reflame. He's going to be able to, I believe it's going to be him overextending towards his opponent's home hill. So he's going to be able to get that decap. He's going to recognize that he has a 1v1. Taking down Denzenai very, very quickly. This is buying his team some time off the other end of the map to be able to get that home hill back. We'll see how long he wants to control the home hill of his opponent, just because the simple fact is that you see all these players dying, they're going to be respawning soon.
Big shout out to Reflame, saving the round for his teammates by capping the home hill. But Optic Gaming taking out 5 members, and the domination is coming up fast. And God Blaze, as you said, it's important to get these initial kills extremely fast so you can take the round on a map as big as Harbor. So round 1 is in the books. It's going to go to Optic Mexico. But you have a saying that I like to hear a few times about winning the first round.
Oh, everybody wins. You know, but most importantly, it all comes down to, because the losing team, they get to put the first weapon placement on the map. So this is very, very important based off your team's play style of what weapon you want to go down, because this can set the tempo. If you're putting down some boom shots, some drop shots as well, on a map like Harbor, you got the Marksa. It's a very, very good weapon. It's very deadly in the right hands. Both these teams are super good with it, so you're gonna see that it's gonna get dropped down first. We'll see if both teams can do with it.
Fun fact: Monkeys 5 kills. The whole Team Kryptik roster 5 kills as well. Monkeys by himself, he's holding things down against Team Kryptik roster, but with a really good support weapon in his hands. He sees 2 players fighting over cover. He's going to put some fire in to help out his teammates. But Team Kryptik, they're going to go ahead and move up. A few shots from Monkeys to a 4 random player, but it wasn't enough. Sleeper, Dezo takes out 2 players from Team Kryptik. 2 down for them, 1 down for Optic. But Monkeys is going to hold strong. You see Chaos, he takes down Supremo. He's moving in for another 1v1, but at the same time, domination is coming through. And in 1 more second, Optic Mexico takes their second round.
You just see. You saw Monkeys with that Marksa, just his control with the recoil, but I'm letting you guys know, all those shots hurt. And he was just being annoying, just making sure he was able to put a shot on everybody that he saw. And even if you just land 1 bullet, that will help your teammate in those engagements, winning those fights to, you know, just open the door for your team so you can push through and play for your opponent's home hill as well. But we're going to see what does Kryptik want to do with their second weapon placement. And it's looking like they're going to be prioritizing up top to drop these nades down on Stern. Switching back and forth. Maybe they go for the secondaries, which, you know, wouldn't be a bad option. And yes, they will. They're going to go put Hammerburst downstairs for that 1v1.
I have a question, Blaze. Putting down the Hammerburst for the 1v1 spot, was that pretty much a good move on the end of Team Kryptik's, excuse me? You know, being wiped out so fast in initials, was that the right play?
It is, because on certain maps, the weapon placements are pretty much going to be kind of locked in. Like we know on Top Stern, based off on all the times we've watched this map, that teams are going to put Sniper, Bar, Torque, right? You're going to put one of those three. Sometimes in mid-map, you may have some teams who like to prioritize Boom. Down low is typically always going to be a nade spot. It's just that the secondaries have higher priority on a map like this sometimes. And like I said before, it kind of varies with teams, but those secondaries make a big impact on a map like Harbor just because of how open it is. And you see Team Kryptik, they want to control it first.
I just want to point out just beautiful teamwork. You have monkeys in the back with the marksman. You have Adverts in the front with the shotgun. And with that teamwork, essentially Adverts untouched. He was able to get the easy kills while getting great support from his teammates. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you play Gears of War. And just like that, 3-0 Optic Mexico.
Yeah, you see him just coming out, swinging right out the gates, jumping to a commanding 3-0 lead, and they're making it look effortless.
Looks
but
easy.
we'll see what does Kryptik want to do to respond. Now they have to start looking at these weapon slots slated across the middle of the map. And you gotta kind of go up to Stern, because that's where that big team fight is happening. And you know, you put a weapon here in which your team can use, that can definitely change the dynamic of this whole map.
So this is going to be scary. They put an M-bar up at Stern. But as we've seen so far, Team Kryptik, they failed to win these crucial initial fights. So if they lose another one here, you just put another big power weapon in Optic Mexico's hands. You're going to have to try some number imbalance. You're going to have to try something new, essentially, to win this fight up top if you really want the M-bar, unless you really feel that strong in your starting weapon. But Guy Blaze, who do you think this is going to go to?
You know what? I still got to go Optic Mexico until Kryptik can kind of show me something off these initials and their rotations as well. But, you know, so far so good for Optic Mexico. You're going to see these players all four group it up on top. One player is going to be down, and he's going to get down in the open. Sometimes you got to just let that guy be. You know, you just got to chalk it up and just say, hey, you know what, you're dead, because you're getting down off that open middle lane when you know that your opponent has that markser. They got the angles, you know, sometimes just that revive just does not work out. And they got M-bar as well. That's going to be a 5-man wipe off the side of Optic Mexico. Make it look easy. You
know what this looks like, Blaze? It looks like fear. Off of that initial push alone, when the guy from Team Optic Mexico, he was able to roll around with the Lancer, he shouldn't have been in a position where he can go that far into your team's territory. You have to be aggressive. You have to show the team that they have to fight for their positioning, and they can't get easy flanks like that. But 4-0 Optic Mexico, we're almost at halftime, and Team Kryptik, they're not putting up a big fight, but with the boom shot down low, you're going to switch the fight. You're going to take it from Stern all the way to the middle underneath the winch, which can be pretty smart. You're going to have to change up the game a little bit. It's something we see from teams such as Echo Fox, something that franchise does really well. If you're not winning in one area, make the fight happen somewhere else.
You definitely do got to make it happen somewhere else. And you know what, these rounds have been super quick by Optic Mexico, which is showing me that Kryptik can't make the right adjustments in which they need to. So they're going to drastically change up the fight. They're going to put Boom down. You're going to see that quick pick is going to come out in place as well. So quick pick is going to be in hand. It's going to go in favor of Kryptik, and this boom shot is going to be in the hand of Crack. Still has two in the chamber. We'll see what he wants to do with him. His teammate's going to go down. He's going to bait him, but also at the same time, he's still going to end up killing his teammate as well. If he was able to put that out a little bit sooner, it would have worked out for him. Now, he's going to end up getting a clean double, and he's going to get the M-bar as well. So, great teamwork. You see Kryptik using that marker to get that down to that M-bar player. So, that's 3 players down in quick succession. Also, taking into account that this is a 20-second respawn round. If Kryptik does not dominate Optic Mexico in this round, that's a big issue.
If they're going Blaze, I give up. I'm throwing my headset. I'm going to hop on the 6 and help them out, because they're going to need a 6v5 to make this possible. Crack doing all he can to bring this back for his team. We're playing pills off the wig from Monkeys, and it looks like Team Kryptik might actually have a chance. So with the M-bar in Crack's hand, Blaze, I believe they're in a really good position, but Crack got caught up against Chaos. He gets a nice kill with the shotgun, but full red, there's no more M-bar.
But so, if my math was right, in those early moments of the game, it was a 4v3.
Yes.
Also, I take that back. It was a 4v2. in favor of Kryptik after the cleanup, after taking out his teammate, the other guy, the double boom kill, 4v2, 20-second respawn. As those kills are happening and you see them stacking up, you should already be trying to move and put yourself in better positions. But all they did was give back map control in favor of, they just gave back map control in favor of Optic Mexico. So they're controlling up top, Sturd and Winter, and you see them, they starting to cross down. And, you know, Kryptik, they really didn't get nothing off that boom shot.
It bothers me, Blaze. You have the power weapons, you have map control. Why are you scared to keep it? You know, fight for it, hold that high ground so you can offer support around the whole map. But here we are with Supremo. 0 kills, 1 downs. Team Kryptik, even though they have been struggling, they're up right now 130 to 53. Can they hold up against Optic Mexico? I'm not sure because Adverse picks up the boom shot and kills, taken by Desinide, and a headshot on Prospect. 4 down and domination coming through, Blaze.
Yes, it is. You hear it ticking on the clock. That boom's gonna clean up another kill. And I just gotta tell you, man, you know, some of these teams, if you give them a second life, if you give them a second breath in a round like that where you hit a 4v2 man advantage with 20-second respawns, they will take that momentum and come back and dominate you. Because they're like, oh, you let us live? Okay, bet. All right, respawn, set up. Oh, you gave us map control too? Okay, cool.
I'll take it.
Pick up the next markers off for respawn. Let's get these power weapons. You know, you got marks on the minute and 30. You got an M-bar on the minute and 30 weapon respawn. So at that point, hell, just pick them both up, get the job done, double back, get the boom off respawn, and just win the round. It's just, you know.
Hey, listen.
It's Blazeology.
I'm not rich, but I would love to buy a kill for Supremo, and I think that's crack at the top with 0 kills. 0 kills from 2 of your flashiest players. That must mean something. Optic Mexico on an absolute tear. So with the power weapons picked up by Crack, he has the boom shot in his hands. He gets taken out by Adverse. Supremo still looking for his first kill. You see in the shadows, Optic Mexico has the boom shot. They reloaded and backed up. But with the 1v1, Supremo trying to fight for his team, takes out Chaos for Red, and he's gonna heal and back up with his team.
All right, we'll see. What does Antrax want to do?
Oh, Reflame kinda open plays. Adverse up on Winch. And Supremo, I'm gonna say he's in a pretty bad spot in the 1v2. A boom shot
as long as his opponents don't know where he is, but as soon as you show yourself, you got to commit to that push.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to land a shot there on Adverse, but he cannot. And now both teams just playing for the time. As you see, Optic Mexico, they haven't capped any heals yet because they know it's a 22-second respawn round. They just have to fight for map control. It's not about capping any heals. And you see off on Kryptik, they capped heals. Yeah, they hit a 40-point lead, but in a round like this, it does not matter.
No.
You need all hands on deck for the most important team fights. You should not be capping your home hill off the rip, especially if it's a power weapon there. You can pick it up and you can kind of get some damage in and cap it. So be it. But like, you know, if you're taking too much time and you could just be in a fight with an extra shotgun and make sure you can kind of get these kills on 22-second respawn rounds to secure it, then by all means, get there and do it and double back for your home hill a little bit later.
Hey, Blaze, I didn't know escalation games would go by this fast.
I'm actually, yeah, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that was actually possible. Actually, I think this may be, like, if this ends in a 7-0, this may be the quickest escalation game we probably casted all year long, to be honest with you.
It trips me out because Team Kryptik, if you take a look at the roster on paper, they have great players. I'm a big fan of Crack. I think Crack is amazing. Cardia is great. Reflame has been around the block a few times. There's no reason why these guys can't take at least 2.5, 3 rounds off of Optic Mexico. But this might be a new Optic Mexico we see. They have the Optic tags and are ready to really be dominant. They didn't have a great tournament in New Orleans, but you know what? San Diego is right around the corner. And Blaze, they might have a little bit of hometown advantage with it being right by Mexico.
They might have one as well, you know, but we'll see. If the fans do come out, and you know, hey, all our fans out there in the Latin American region, if you guys can make it San Diego, please come through, have a good time, and you can cheer for your home team in San Diego. As you see, that's a quick 7-0 finish by Optic Mexico. It's a few players with no kills. It was almost 2 players with no kills on the other end. That was almost Supremo and Cardia.
Yeah, he found his one.
Cardia, he got 4 downs though.
Hey, he was a support player for his team. You know,
hey, sometimes you still got to give those players love as well. But I haven't seen a dominant opening to a Latin America 2K final in a while, especially from this Optic Mexico team. Off their disappointing loss in NOLA, it's looking like they
they're
kind of got some things together based off that map alone.
Yes.
But hey, we'll see what happens, you know, in San Diego.
Yes, Team Kryptik, if you're looking at the stream right now, just take these tips a little bit. You know, have short-term memory, move on. It's what Fallout used to always say, and it's really important because these 2Ks, take them serious. Yes, they're online. Yes, they're not the real thing, but you want to make a statement against teams like Optic Mexico. You don't want them to know that you can be pushed around and bullied like that. So, you know, keep your heads in the game. Make map 2 last longer than, what was that, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, 5-10 minutes. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
16 minutes actually,
16
to be
minutes.
exact. And that was a quick one.
Yeah, so heading into map 2, Dam. Dam, I would say, is one of Optic Mexico's better maps as well. How do you see this turning out?
I see the same performance as well because Dam, you may be able to get dominations a little bit quicker on Dam than his previous map. If Optic Mexico can kind of beat that 16-minute time in which they kind of set on map number 1, I would be surprised. You know, actually, I'd be highly impressed if they can do it.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we head over to map 2, which is on Dam, I say we learn a little bit more about Optic Mexico.
I'm a big trash talker. I play better when I'm hyped up. So when I'm talking trash at you and I'm just keep going, so that means I'm going off and playing better. Well, my playing style is kind of unorthodox. I'm a pretty aggressive player, but as well, I wait a lot for my shot. I think our team needs to work on communication. We sometimes don't talk a lot about the stuff that's going on, so we can do to counter what they're doing. We need to communicate better. By the end of the season as a player, I just want to have a trophy under the belt, basically. I just want to have a win. So I'm going to try to win as much as I can, so I just need to win.
Chaos. I love me some chaos, man. Chaos is a beast. You know, hey, basketball star too. The man is good at everything he does. But for this team, he is the heart and soul of it. Yes, Monkeys is great. Yes, Adverse is nice to Marks and all. But Chaos is an absolute beast. If you've been following, if you've been following Gears of War since the beginning of season 2, he had 52 kills in the very first map played on stream for him, and he has gone absolutely off for this Optic Mexico roster.
Yeah, man. When he joined that roster last year, man, it was awesome. That was back then when they had identities on the team as well. You know. But, you know, just the Latin American region, they just increased as a whole, just especially the skill level of the entire region. And, you know, we were hoping for this roster to do big things in NOLA, but, hey, in San Diego, they still have an opportunity to do so. We got plenty of events left in this season, so it's not over yet. We'll see if they can end off and get this trophy like they want to.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. The one thing about Dam that's pretty funny, Blaze, when you look at how North Americans and Europeans play compared to Latin American community, you always see a boom shot put down early.
Yeah.
You always, you know, see these heavy power weapons put down to fight for. But Latin America, they take things a little bit different. You're going to see incense. You're going to see a lot of different weapons that they put down, Botox, and that's something that I like to see from this nation.
You know what
it's pretty cool.
You know what I would love to see?
What's up?
I would love to see Identis pull a LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? I want him to go back.
Go do one for Cleveland.
Oh, I did
come back and give Cleveland one more.
I think they could.
That team would be.
I think they could challenge Optic.
That team would be disgusting.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Identis, he got his trophy under his belt. You know what I'm saying? He was able to hoist that one more time and do his region proud. Now you got Optic Mexico looking to do the entire region proud and bring one home for the home team, but we'll see if they can do so. But so far, they've been looking good. Against the second best team in the region, Kryptik.
And with the smoke grenade up, you saw a lot of team fire going back and forth, but Chaos gets the first blood with a double kill. Death Knight kicks out the third. So that's 3 down straight for Team Kryptik before they get their first kill. But Death Knight coming off of respawn. We're taking a look at Cardio. 1 kill, no deaths yet. It's early on in the game. But Optic Mexico, they're trying to pull in full red Cardio by a Lancer Fire. And you see Optic Mexico slowly advancing to pressure this home hill of Team Kryptik.
You see Kryptik. They're going to start to respond. They're going to find their opening and kind of break through this B site as well. So they're going to use this wisely, get a few players in, set up, kind of relieve some of this pressure in which Optic Mexico was bringing towards them. But Sleeper, he's going to get first blood in this next team fight. Trying to stay alive. Quick revive comes through, and they're going to slowly just start to back up. But as you see, Reflame looking to respond. He gets another kill as well. Now, getting some shots in on the hill. It's looking like they're going to end up trying to cap with this neutral. They still see a few players on the site, but they need to be smart about it. They need to play it they need to be more methodical about clearing out this site as well. They need to start working it kind of from that wide angle if they can. They're focusing more on capping up this hill rather than, you know, killing the players from Optic Mexico off the site.
I like this, you know why? Because a lot of smoke grenades have been used. Okay, that's one right there, but I'm pretty sure no one else really has one. So you can't just push in the open and expect to fight. You're gonna have to use that smoke cloud to advance and picket fights, and that's what Crack tried to do before he was taken out by Des9. But Des9 picks up yet another kill. He's going for his third with the mantle kick. It gets the triple kill. Taking out hard ass. Stop it! Dezo.
He's just doing
going
a lot.
off.
Yeah, and that's what you need out of Dezo. That's exactly what you want to see out of him. Just picking up these kills, making it look easy, and now getting those kills. Out in Mexico, they know that they can push in and probably get this home hill, but I think they're just going to keep the pressure. Got to make sure they kind of keep these players funneled towards that home hill, making sure they can't get behind them. You see monkeys able to pick up a headshot with I don't know what, but from a long range, from a big distance. And I think that player might have been on their last down or something. Had to be. But here comes the desperation push from Kryptik. We'll see if they can get through, but it's a little bit too late. Nobody's going to be close enough to the home hill of Optic Mexico, so they're going to get the rest of those points.
You know what, Blaze? That was absolutely dominant. You know what? Optic Mexico, they had a chance to go ahead and fight for the triple cap, but it's not always about that. Yeah. They held the line and made sure that Team Kryptik never crossed it. How important is it to just be calm, patient, just wait for your moment?
You have to be calm and super patient on certain maps like that, especially on that damn map. If you have a good solid 2 setup, then hold it. You know, hold it. You don't. Sometimes you don't need to push it, especially if those kills are kind of staggered out well between each other. Unless you get like 3 kills consecutively within like 3-4 seconds. Yeah. Then if you get that, then yeah, you can move up and kind of play for that trip cat. But if you get 1 and 2 seconds later you get another one, then another one. Sometimes based off the map and especially off round 1, where the respawn timer is going to be its lowest. You just got to kind of hold a 2 cap. And also with it being no power weapons on the map either early on, just play the 2 cap, keep tabs on your opponent, keep them controlled and confined, and just keep slaying them out and win the round off of points, or until you find that prime opportunity to get that trip cap domination.
I love the fact that Optic Mexico, they're able to be aggressive and they're able to just sit back whenever they can. With no smoke grenades out there except one, they were able to change their play style from what they saw from their opponents, which is just so smart. But ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the game. Des9, 9 kills. He's on the absolute roll. I'm pretty sure he's 7-0 right now since he started his kill streak.
Yeah, and you know what? And Des9, he has his favorite weapon in his hands, the Ensign. He's going to put some damage in. Not able to get that last shot in which he needed on Reflame. But I guess his name isn't Reflame for a reason, right? And you're gonna see him though. He's gonna start to hold off a little bit, start to get some shots in. Now, Optic Mexico's gonna say, hey, you know what? Let's back out of the situation. We can't get the trip cap down. It's early on. Just wait for the regroup. We know that these guys are gonna be pushing for this B hill together. Just get the early stop on them. You see the team fire coming through. They're making it hard for them.
Yeah, Chaos has a great angle. He saw the push happening with 4 players from Team Kryptik, taking a look at capturing that B hill, but he said, you know what, I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to pull out my Lancer and put out damage. He was able to down the player, and Team Kryptik, their push ended there. So Optic Mexico looking pretty comfortable right now, 110 at 85.
This is an annoying angle.
Oh, extremely.
Especially if you're playing against a team like, you see Optic Mexico, they're being real passive. They're having to play back. They can't find a good opening. They finally got somebody to kind of distract Reflame, but he may have already done enough damage off the other end of the map for Kryptik to kind of get in and get set up off that B hill and get the kills when they need. You still see a lot of kills going in their favor, but as I say, that Monkey just gets in there and picks up a big double, but he's gonna fall.
Yes, Reflame trying to fight for his life, running away full red. And you know what? The B hill has finally been captured by Team Kryptik. So with Adverse all alone over there, Supremo's gonna see what he's about. I guess not. He's gonna play it pretty slow. He's gonna pull out his Lancer and back up. The 1v1 fights, sometimes we call them 50-50s. He's not gonna try it. They're doing really good right now. They have 2 hills and they have a chance to come back without having to get the triple cap.
Yep. All right, let's see. What do they want to do? Now, on board with Antrax. Well, he's going to try to stay alive and play his life. His teammate blocked his wall to kind of get off that cover. But and then he almost got hit with that flash damage from that instant as well, but he manages to stay alive in this situation. And this is a round where Optic Mexico knows that they just kind of have to wait to this last possible moment to possibly break this hill. They currently have the lead, a 10-point lead at that. but they're not sure if they need to decap this B hill or not. And I don't know if they need to decap it at all either.
Wait.
But it is going to get decapped, so I think Mexico will win off the points by just decapping it towards the last possible minute. Their home hill is going to be protected. They knew that they had enough time where they didn't have to rush it around.
It was that one push.
Yeah.
That one push was it. As you saw, the moment the hill was being decapped, they were only down 4 points with a 2-1 advantage.
And so that's the thing is when it comes down to those type of pushes in a late round situation, it can be pretty difficult because if you wait too late and let's say the fight doesn't go your way, you don't have enough time on the clock to react because you waited so late. So it's always good to make that push where that if it was worst case scenario, if it fails, you have time for a plan B to possibly come out and win that round.
You know what I would have done? I would have been annoying. I would have had one player go and try to take their home hill while they push to cap that mid hill. Or at least break it.
You gotta have somebody kind of sneak behind, but knowing this Optic Mexico roster, I'm pretty sure somebody was watching those lanes, but it looks like Kryptik want to get down to the real fight and place this boom shot early on in the pit. So
they want that static.
Yep. So that means that a lot of this, the big team fight is going to shift away from that B hill, that pumping station on the top half of the map, and it's going to go down towards that boom pit.
This can be really good or really bad, Blaze, because if Optic Mexico continue to tear them up on these initial fights, the boom shot's going to go straight to them, but you know what? It might go the other way. Des Knight taken out by Supremo for the first blood. Adverse picks up the boom shot, kills Chaos. The incense picked up by Supremos. And with the last boom shot used, Optic Adverse only got one kill, which was one on his own teammate. But Prospect takes him out with a headshot. 3 down for Optic Mexico, now 4. Team Kryptik, they are in a great place right now, Blaze, to make it 1-2.
Yes, they are. You still
might be a little late.
Still see 0-0 on the scoreboard because both these teams recognize, hey, we're going to fight for these team fights first. We're going to win those, and then
back up.
Then we're going to go start to cap our hill. So they attempted at going for the trip cap dom, but once they recognized that they didn't have a player coming off a respawn fast enough to get their home hill, they're going to say, you know what, let's just kind of hold off a little bit.
All right, Monkeys with some damage done to him. Sleeper takes out Crab with a nice shotgun shot, and Monkeys is putting in that work. Lands from people across the map, picks up a kill on Reflame. 6 kills, 9 downs. He is showing the world that he can definitely lay down the work with not just the shotgun, but also the Lancer, which is where he gets another down, picks up the meat shield, and now in a 1v1 with the meat shield, the advantage is all his. His teammate comes in for the help. Cardia has nowhere to go as he gets taken out by Adverse.
All right, and then you're going to see those incense going to get picked up as well. But now, these shots, the pressure's coming in.
Tides of turn.
I think Mexico looking to close this one out.
Tides of turn, Blaze. Just that fast. Just in a blink of an eye. Optic Gaming looked like they were going to lose their first round this whole series. But they spawned, you know, fought off the entire Team Kryptik team. I believe it was a 2v4. Was able to recap their hill, move around the map, win the game off of a domination. That just shows how strong this team is. And that grunt was actually really weird.
You know, I actually turned up my player dialogue in my settings the other day because I usually keep, you know, I used to kind of keep it turned down, but you know, it's just so key because like, one tip is that especially if you were to, you know, get somebody really weak, that character is gonna make a loud noise. It's gonna make an extra grunt, or that character is gonna start breathing very loudly, and that's your sign that hey, my shot hit. This guy's gonna be one shot. He's gonna be, you know, close to being down. You know, that's key. You know, that's key. It's not the same as you know, gunshot sounds. Gunshot sounds and footsteps is one thing, but character dialogue is everything.
Definitely agree. With boom shot down, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna see another big push for this major power weapon. Hands down, the best weapon in the game. But Sleeper gets the first blood, taking out Reflame. Boom shot gets picked up by Team Kryptik. But with the down, Sleeper gets the kill. Chaos has the boom shot now, 4 down for Team Kryptik. Optic Mexico is just on the chair. They're showing the road right now that there's no competition in this LATAM community. They're here to take the cake.
Yeah. Now, that's one thing, especially about having this boom shot fight in the first half, is that even if you win it, you still have to get across map towards that B hill. And that can buy some time, but as we see, the Optic Mexico, they had the perfect rotation. But as I say that, it's a big fight on the A hill, but there you go. They're going to end up taking this round and going 4-0.
I would say, I think it's safe to say that consistency was definitely Optic Mexico's thing in New Orleans and also the last event. Hopefully in San Diego, we see a more dominant Optic Mexico. We're going to see them come out swinging like they're doing tonight. because we know
Did you
that
say
they can beat the top
consistency
teams.
was their thing?
I would say so. I mean, they
Not after you
can.
go from getting top 4 to 12.
Hey, that's consistency. Bad consistency. They have no consistency, Blaze. So, hey,
Consistently streaky with the placements,
hey,
you know?
there we go. So, I mean, San Diego's coming around, and these guys, they're looking to really represent Optic in a major way. Okay, we hear about mental explosives on that Optic, but on the other end, I want to see this team play top 3 again. You know, maybe go to the championship game here in Gears of War 4.
We'll see if they can do that. It would be an awesome experience.
What
if
is
they were
this?
to.
You saw 2 people going directly the opposite direction of. Okay.
You know, probably especially for these guys, they probably say that they don't need everybody to get this boom, right? You just saw this player picked it up by himself. Average literally
They
picked
put up no fight.
Yeah, Average got the boom by himself in that engagement. So I think Mexico, they recognize that, so they kind of split it differently. If you don't need 4 players to get the boom shot, then by all means, don't send 4 players over there.
So the one time they sent like 1 player to pick up boom shot, Team Kryptik put up no fight? Is that what you're telling me? There has to be numbers called. That's where communication plays a huge role for your team. And with domination coming through, Team Kryptik looks like they're going to want to take the first round.
And actually, that's the answer right there. And I kind of missed it because the weapon placement in these rounds has been so quick. But it's that drop shot, and that's why that split kind of has to come through. And at that point, both teams can kind of prioritize differently on what they want.
That was nice.
But the thing is that the drop shot is in an area where it's also going to be your neutral hill, where your neutral hill is going to be located as well. So in this round, playing for the drop shot and stacking more towards that is the actual play. And that's going to be a wipe, and Kryptik's going to get their first round of the series.
All right, 1-4, we're on the map, Blaze. Don't call it a comeback. But I think Team Kryptik actually has a chance right now.
I don't think they do.
I was trying to be optimistic.
You're right.
I'm a caster, man. You got to show hope. All right?
You're right. Usually that's my job. I'm surprised I didn't agree with you on that one.
I'm usually the one that takes, the crazy bets on who's going to win or whatnot.
You know what? I'm trying to be the Simon Cowell of analysts in Gears of War.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just trying to be that mean.
All right. But also, you're like the fortune teller, though.
I was just trying to be that mean. Like, nah, that was a terrible round. Terrible opening engagement.
Wait,
what were they thinking?
This is their first time putting down a weapon, and you saw how long it took them to put it down. They're not used to it. Optic Mexico, listen, this is strange to them. They finally lost. So far, it's what, 11-1 in round count? These guys, they're ready to just take it away.
Yes, they are.
So, can they hold strong? Will Team Kryptik actually have a chance? I have no idea, but I'm definitely interested to see how this starting strat plays out again.
All right, as you're going to see, off this opening initiative, sort of quick pick still came in for Optic. The defense is there as well. That comes down to Smokes, but even though the quick pick was there, Reflame just made the play of his life just to get that kill off on Detonite, and Detonite was the one who had the boom shot. And here comes reinforcements. The boom just got picked up, I believe.
Cardia has it.
He's going to shoot one, and he's going to connect with Chaos on that one. So that's going to be 4 players down for Optic Mexico. But the thing is, the drop shot in the B hill is in control of Optic Mexico. We'll see what can Sleeper do with it. And actually, I think he doesn't even actually have the drop shot. No one has the drop shot.
No. Drop shot is down. And I think that Cardia used his last boom shot. No. He actually has one. He just pulled it out. All right, okay. 9 kills, 4 downs. He's going to look to extend it to 10 if he can play his cards right. It's going to be really important to not just waste his boom shot just to get a random kill. You're going to have to wait for a key moment for your team to advance, make a big play. But you know what? He took out Chaos with that boom. 10 kills so far and finds himself in a 1v1 against Monkeys. Gets it down, gets the kill, backs up, and he's able to... Thought he was going to push that. He's able to regen his life to fight another fight.
All right, now, Cardi is super aggressive over here towards his back end. New boom shot has about, a little bit under a minute till the respawn is going to come through. But in these late round situations, especially 22-second respawns, both these teams kind of trade off a lot of kills early on. That's why Kryptik, even though with them acquiring that boom shot, they wasn't able to get that trip cap down. But you see Crack and how annoying he can be with his hammer burst, just getting the damage in. And here comes the rest of his teammates to push through and get the decap on the hill. It looks like Optic Mexico won't be able to sustain on this one. We'll see Monkeys gets in the hill, but as you see, Kryptik waiting for him. That's going to be 2 rounds in a row for these guys.
Kryptik actually looks like they're playing now. I like this. 2 rounds straight. Team Kryptik not trying to get completely demolished here on Fight Night, but they're coming back.
All right, let's see if they can kind of keep up the same intensity in the second half. We're going to have all power weapons wiped off the map.
Start from scratch.
And these respawn timers dropping down to 12 seconds as well.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, but if you're able to win 2 rounds out of every 6, that's not a good luck. We're going to need Team Kryptik to go ahead and win these basic initials without power weapons. They're going to need to win without having to put down multiple power weapons in order to win another 2 rounds. By then, it's going to be too late. So, Team Kryptik 2-4 down against Optic Mexico, who are up 1-0. They're looking to take names. Reflame down already off of initial. Is he going to get picked up? It looks like it. Cardio picks up his first kill on Monkeys. Crack is taken out. Dezo down. 2 down for Optic Gaming. And the team fight continues. Kryptik is being absolutely aggressive in this beginning.
All right, so here we go. And now, you're going to be on board with Reflame. And as he starts to work out this back end, you're going to see 2 more kills actually going in favor of Kryptik.
Nice shot.
That's going to be a 3rd.
Nice shot.
And this is looking like a quick domination in favor of Kryptik. But as I say that, you're going to see you're going to see all of Optic Mexico spawn up, and they're going to regain control over their home hill. Also, with this being the first round in the second half, no power weapons are going to be on the map either. So now, we just wait until Optic Mexico kind of gets set up. It's looking like, so they're going to start taking control over pumping station.
Looks like it.
And now, when you're a team and you're trying to play for that retake, having pressure on the opposite end of the neutral hill, and in this case, it's the pumping station. If you get pressure on that side of the map, you can draw attention towards your direction, which will lessen the defenses over here towards this pit area and on this platform where the hill is. And the thing is that if you don't put the extra manpower over there towards those players kind of flanking through that pumping station, then at that point your home hill is jeopardized and you really don't kind of have a base of operations. You kind of have no structure in a sense.
What is happening? All right, on one end, it looked like Team Kryptik had the game all won. Next thing you know, Optic, they spawned up, got their home hill back. Chaos pushing aside to the other side of the map with his teammate, able to just take map control like that. Team Kryptik backing up without a fight. You're going to have to lay back with those Lancers, create a line of fire. You're going to have to make sure Optic Mexico, they're not able to just push through that easily. But in a 1v1, gameplay has slowed down because 1v1 is just now speeding up. Supremo running away. He doesn't want to risk it, or does he? Full red. He runs up, dodges a melee, dodges a few shots, gets it down, takes out Dezenite. Great kill. Supremo, stop bouncing. Get your health back, buddy. Team Kryptik, they're going to have to go ahead, set up, get that map control back, and just force that dominance against Optic Mexico, lay that line of fire down, and win the game. They're up by a lot of points, Williams.
Yes, they are. A ton of points at that. Optic Mexico decapping that neutral hill, and also to get some pressure off on the home hill of Kryptik as well. You're going to see one of these players in the fight. Here comes the rest of Optic Mexico, looking to get the domination, looking to win these engagements. Cardia, Supremo, they both find a double kill, but here comes the rest of the members of Optic Mexico to try to get the cap up, and they're going to work together, and that's going to be a wipe on the side of Kryptik.
That was close. That was close. Optic Mexico picking up a round. Looks like they had it lost, but these guys, they are fighting back. You know, lost a little bit of steam, but we're going to see if they can pick that back up again. Chaos, 18 kills and 11 downs. Playing absolutely out of his mind, going great, whether it comes to support or slaying. But Prospect on duty to drop down another weapon. We're going to see if he's going to put down something big or just something for great support. I'm pretty surprised that Team Kryptik so far in these initial rounds, they have been doing better. And Blaze, you know, maybe it's a little too much too late, but I would say they still have some fight in them.
Yeah, they definitely still got some fight in them. Hold up. It's not, you know, it's not over just yet. It's just 5-2, and you know, you're gonna see these incidents. They're gonna hit the platform. But most importantly, you can't let Optic Mexico get towards match point, right?
No.
you just can't allow that to happen.
Not at all.
But we'll see what's gonna end up, you know, happening. This one, usually I typically say on round 5.
Yeah.
When your opponent's at round 5, you gotta consider that as your last weapon placement. You can't wait till round 6. And in this situation, I do agree with what Kryptik did on kind of going for that platform and putting incidents. Because you know, if you keep winning rounds, eventually Optic Mexico will put that boom shot in pit. Just because that's their bread and butter. That's how all the top teams play that fight. And I just see it happening regardless. So go for a weapon placement in which you think that, you know, that can really help your team. That your opponent, you know, may be thinking differently about.
There's one thing I like from Chaos in that opening. Chaos, he ran up there, domination coming through, of course, but Chaos ran up there on the platform, got in cover, made sure he was safe. He wasn't looking for a fight. He gathered information, saw that there were 2 players on the outside, had his teammate pick up Ensign and, you know, get an easy kill, which is great. You're not always going out there for a kill. Sometimes you have to play it slow, see what your opponents are doing, and pick up from that. But Optic being as strong as ever, dominating all around the map, domination coming through. Blaze, they're picking up their 6th round.
Yeah, they're going to pick up their 6 rounds. They're going to go to match point. And just, you know, statistically, you know, teams that have came back from 6-2 deficits is very, very small.
Very.
You know, sometimes this is the 6-2 is the, you know, almost the final nail in the coffin right here. You know, teams coming back from that, it's going to be very, very difficult. But we'll see what's going to end up happening.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you see down the bottom of that big announcement at the end of the show, I wish I could say it right now. I wish I could say it earlier, but make sure you stay tuned in. It is a great announcement. Make sure you
Definitely
stick
gonna
around.
Be a big one for the community.
Oh, they're gonna love
Brings
it.
back memories.
When Blaze told me in the car, I smiled like a kid in the candy store.
He said, really?
I really sounded like that. All right, so with the boom shot down, Team Kryptik looking to go for the punches. They want to go ahead, win a big power weapon, and end the rounds as fast as possible. But no one died in. Oh, here we go. 2 kills straight for Team Kryptik. Oh, Cardia picks up the boom shot.
That's
Blaze.
a good boom pick.
If they play this right, 3 down so far for Optic. This
He has
is
1
winnable.
boom left, but Monkeys has 2 ensigns as well. They're slowly trying to track down Monkeys, and Monkeys was able to get 1 with that ensign. He almost got a 2nd one. This guy is weak.